hope I am audible. So today's discussion, today's paper that I would like to present is all about compressed natural gas for commercial vehicles. This is actually taking a leaf out of Mr. Jeevan Shah's presentation today, where he mentioned CNG to be a transition fuel. I mean, it may not be the cleanest fuel when you compare hydrogen, ice, etc. But definitely, it's a cleaner fuel when you compare to diesel. And CNG is there to stay for at least 2035. So, to get the things straight, so nice to be here at the Commercial Vehicle Forum. My name is Sreehari. I'm the product manager for commercial vehicle engine oils handling India, Middle East, and Africa. I represent Lubrizol, who is a specialty additive company, specialty chemical company, who provide technology solutions for different kinds of lubricating oils. So today's agenda, fairly simple, why CNG remains important in the commercial landscape and why it is a nice little period for CNG. Then we speak about why CNG engines need to be treated differently. Today we treat CNG platforms very similar to diesel, which is not the right thing to do. Then a technical slide on why gas engines are different to diesel engines and why getting deeper into why a gas engine oil is different from a diesel engine oil, what are the unique requirements. And then finally, how do we grow value with this CNG engine oil? So I also noted down total cost of ownership to be sort of rebranded as total value of ownership. So that is something I'm touching base on. And then finally, we have two case studies today of how Lubrizol actually have done proof of performance in India that have actually given value back to the customer. So before I begin, just a quick introduction of Lubrizol. We are part of the Berkshire Hathaway company. We are mainly into two divisions. Lubrizol Advanced Materials, who provide technology solutions for home, healthcare, etc. Engineered polymers, CPVC resins. I represent Lubrizol Additives, who provide technology solutions to oil companies, as well as we work collaboratively with automotive OEMs as well. We have been here in India since past 66 years, so based in Mumbai. So, why CNG is being talked about? It's nothing new. It's been there in the system for so long, but suddenly we see CNG being talked about in all forums as a bridge towards enabling cleaner emissions. This is clearly because of the government initiative. The government intends to be a gas-based economy. Today, gas represents 6% of our annual energy mix. By 2030, we want to go up to 15%. The other thing is enabling cleaner emissions. We have set an ambitious target to be net zero by 2070. And by 2035, we want to reach 45%. So this sort of acts as a nice bridge. The other thing which is helping CNG grow is the BS6 implementation. So BS6, what it has done is increase the price of the vehicle, increase complexities, and this has actually forced customers to think about CNG as a potential fuel. The last one and the most important one, while we decide purchase of vehicle, whether it's personal or whether it is commercial, is all about total cost of ownership. And that is one thing which is actually driving CNG growth in India as well. So CNG engines directionally are much better in terms of operational cost when we compare to diesel. So one of the topics that was discussed today was, do we have enough infrastructure? Is the government doing enough to set up CNG pump stations? As we can clearly see, in 2025, there is a definite roadmap by the government of India to increase the CNG pumps by nearly 3 times. So the infrastructure is there. We can see more and more CNG pumps cropping up. There is a diktat that every fuel pump should have an alternative source of fuel, mainly it is CNG. So this kind of infrastructure will help. The other thing is, when we look at the graphs down, we see how the CNG growth has been there from a OEM sales perspective. The numbers is known to all, but what I would like to highlight here is there has been a steady growth, especially in the light commercial vehicles or the medium commercial vehicles. From 2021 to 2022, there has been a good growth from 4% to 10%. And also, what we envisage through our internal reports as well as a third-party agency, going into 2027, 2030, there is going to be an exponential growth in the park size of CNG vehicles. So what does this slide imply? I mean, why is it up there? This kind of information is readily available to us. This slide basically tells that this is the era of CNG. This is where CNG engines will be more and more popular. And this is why CNG engines will need separate or differentiated maintenance practices as compared to domestic, as compared to diesel engines. Specifically on engine oil, there is a lot of practice here in the country using diesel engine oil for CNG, and this definitely does not help in total cost of ownership. And this forms the part of my presentation going forward. The next topic is why gas engines are very special. Why do they need separate lubrication? It's a very fundamental topic. How gas engines are different from diesel engines. So, gas is relatively a cleaner fuel, but it burns very hot. It's got high heat content. So for sure, the thermal stability is needed. The other thing is it operates very efficiently, but it operates in a different manner. It does not have any injections. It needs spark plugs. Also, it has a three-way catalyst, the new BS6 platforms coming out. So this is completely different from a diesel platform. The other thing is being very sort of igniting at a very high temperature. It operates at very, very high temperatures. So here again, there is a unique requirement that gas engines are actually at high temperature when we compare to diesel. And the last but not the least, there are no liquid hydrocarbons in gas. And this actually makes it a cleaner fuel, but because of this, it lacks certain anti-wear properties that comes along with diesel. So that's how it's different from a diesel engine. And the grey boxes down there actually show why a gas engine oil or how a gas engine oil is different from a diesel engine oil. So as you can clearly see, gas engines work at high temperature. So a gas engine oil has to be more thermally stable at high temperature. It should not degrade in layman terms. Technical terms, it should not form any deposits, it should not form any sludge. The other thing is it should have the necessary cleanliness, because as we all know, if at high temperature there is oxidation and there is detergency issues or cleanliness issues, so it should have good cleanliness performance. The other thing which is very unique to a gas engine is the amount of ash. Ash is nothing but when we burn something we get ash. Similarly, when a lubricant or when an engine oil is burned, you produce ash. And why is gas engines sensitive to ash? Because they have a three-way catalyst. So too much of ash will poison the catalyst, and very little ash will result in premature failure. And this kind of premature failure is observed in exhaust valves. So you must have seen that in CNG engines, there's been a lot of complaints from the field on exhaust valves. And this is primarily because of usage of non-compliant gas engine oils, especially using diesel engine oils in gas engines, and that's why there's a lot of issue with exhaust valves. The other thing is with the new RDE norms coming through, anyway, if you use a diesel engine oil, there would be catalytic poisoning, and if there's a catalytic poisoning, you won't be compliant. So this further strengthens that for gas engine, there should be a proper gas engine oil. So why am I talking about this? So we did a survey at Lubrizol, at independent mechanics, at independent fleet owners, and there are some key findings, there are some key concerns which comes down to the same sort of conclusion. For sure, the fleet owners, the mechanics consider gas as a cleaner fuel. It actually helps the environment, they are aware of that. But at the same time, they know it is relatively better in terms of diesel from a cost perspective. There are green norms, green tax norms, which we spoke about today morning as well, and which forces a lot of fleet owners to retrofit. Then, of course, from an oil drain interval, oil drain interval is nothing but how much of an engine oil the particular gas engine can take. So typically, it's about 15,000 kilometers. But when we compare to a diesel engine, it's about 60 to 80,000 kilometers on an average. So, as you can see, there is a big difference. So, diesel engine oils in a diesel platform runs up to 60 to 80 average, and in a gas engine oil, it's about 15,000 kilometers. So, there is a lot of gap that is there and a lot to be desired to grow value from that. What are the concerns? Very clear from a fundamental research. There is overheating because definitely it is very hot. The other key part which came out was there is a lot of refurbishing of exhaust valves happening, and this is primarily using of low specification or diesel engine oils into the CNG engines. So as much as that, the exhaust valves are refurbished every 5 to 6 months, and that is about 5,000 to 6,000 rupees of expenses. The other thing which is commonly noticed in CNG engines is frequent oil top-ups. Frequent oil, a lot of oil consumption. I mean, this is again primarily because of lack of the compliant engine oils to be used in a gas engine. All of this boils down to one particular conclusion, that the need for a dedicated gas engine oil. But the biggest takeaway for us, apart from the technical facts, is that the availability. When we spoke to mechanics, when we spoke to fleet owners, they said there are no gas engine oils available. We don't know there's a gas engine oil. The oil company person who comes to us says, okay, you take this. The OEM person, service person says this is what it is. So what we understood is availability, what we understood is the awareness is still lacking to the end user to make an informed decision. So just to reiterate, this particular time for us, the transition time of CNG is very important of how we treat them differently from diesel. If we have to grow value in this segment. So, what does a dedicated engine oil do? It acts as an enabler and a contributor. So, how does it act as an enabler? And the fundamental goal remains the same, to enable cleaner emissions, to deliver total cost of ownership. These are the two things. So, engine oil, if you use a dedicated CNG oil, of course you will have better engine performance, better engine durability. You will not have catalytic poisoning. So, you will be compliant with the emission norms, plus try to take the engine ahead. Like for example, we know that the engine overhaul takes about, let's say, a year, but with using a dedicated CNG engine oil, maybe you can increase it by 25%, 50%. So this is the kind of leverage, or this is the kind of value that a specific gas engine oil can add when used in a gas engine oil, when used in a gas engine. So now comes to the most interesting part. I mean, this is theory, mechanical theory, which we have studied and fundamentally remains the same, but actually we have done some real world field testing. We have done some no harms performance, and we have actually added value to certain customers, which we want to showcase here. So this is a particular trial done on a Euro 6 truck. It's a 230 HP truck, 20 litre sum size. It's a Euro 6 truck. And we have actually extended the oil drain interval to about 80,000 kilometers. So, as you can see, these are two charts down there, which is oxidation, which is basically high temperature performance. And the chart on the right hand side shows the anti-wear performance. So, what a dedicated CNG engine oil has done here is actually extended or doubled the field trial, double the oil drain interval in the Euro 6 truck. For example, if 40,000 kilometers is what is prescribed by Euro 6 truck, we could actually extend it to 80,000 kilometers. And this includes changing of filter, changing of parts, less downtime, less spares, etc. Now the question is, these are Euro 6 trucks. How does it do well in the retrofit platforms, which actually are a bigger portion in today's market? So similarly, we did a backward compatibility trial. Okay, it works well in Euro 6. Well, how does it work well in retrofit? So we did a similar trial with BS3 trucks, the BS3 buses at the state transport unit, where the train interval was about 10 to 15,000 kilometers. And as you can see clearly from the chart, we have extended the oil drain interval to 40,000 kilometers. And if you can see the chart down, oxidation performance, the red line indicates the maximum limit, and it's fairly well within the limit. So we had to stop the trial there, we had to stop the proof of performance there, because 40,000 was the record, it was the contracted agreement. So this basically shows that how a dedicated CNG oil can actually add value to the end customer, can grow value with the customer. These are the photographs from a stripped down inspection about two pistons. As you can see, one piston on the left-hand side, which is a reference oil, which was taken after 45,000 kilometers, and the one on the right is the Lubrizol candidate product. So this is again showing high temperature performance from a cleanliness perspective, which forms a very fundamental baseline for formulating any CNG engine oil. So just to summarize, the CNG engine oil is formulated very differently from a diesel engine. It has separate requirements, and only with such kind of technologies is how we can grow value in this growing CNG market. Now, we sort of wanted to show here what exact value we got from a customer. This is a testimonial which is captured. We did a trial with one of the state transport units. He was facing a big issue of oil consumption and a lot of problems with the current oil. He had oil drain interval of only up to 15,000 kilometers. And if you can see the picture on my left, this is a testimonial we received from the customer saying that he has actually achieved nearly 50% extended drain. He has actually doubled his filter life, and he has actually reduced his oil consumption. So this was something which we received proactively because he was very happy, because he could meet his key performance indicator. It was a win-win situation. So this is an example of how if we have the right amount of awareness, if we can educate the right customers, then the customer can make an informed decision to move towards CNG oil. All together working towards a common goal of growing value or actually reducing his total cost of ownership. So I spoke about how gas engine oils are different. The formulating baseline is completely different from a diesel engine oil. It cannot work on the same principles that diesel engine works. So at Lubrizol, we have the technology, we have the testing, we have the people, we have the resources to actually work with the industry, and we are actually committed to take this further. So this is my last slide. CNG is growing. There is a steady increase of CNG vehicles. It will act as a bridge towards hydrogen ICE, which is the ultimate goal. It will be there till 2035. This is a good transition period. It's a golden era for us. But if we are actually not working towards the right kind of maintenance requirements, right kind of operational efficiencies, the end users will not get the benefit of CNG, and will we will not grow value from this particular segment. So for CNG to actually close my presentation today, we need a dedicated technology solution. We need a product very Indianist. We need a product which is made in India. We need a product which is made for India, because that is what the current market needs. So that brings to end to my presentation. I think I'm well within time. Yeah. For questions, if any. So good question there. So passenger car works completely different. The engines are smaller, the sum size is smaller. This may be an overkill for that product, for that particular application. So this is primarily for real high temperature applications. You need a different technology, but this may be an overkill. So we will need to sort of, but the baseline, so passenger car, the baseline is a gasoline sort of technology. For CNG in commercial vehicles is diesel. So for these diesel, the formulating is different, and for commercial, for passenger car is different. Yeah. Yes, please. Yeah, it's the same, right? What is the difference between CNG and LNG? It is fundamentally through a structure, it remains the same. Only is you can actually store it and you can take it the long distance. So actually, this kind of technology can also work in HCNG. You can spike CNG, you can spike hydrogen with CNG and it can work as well. No problem. HCNG, CNG, LNG works well.
Hi. So you showed what analysis, no? Like.
Sorry.
So you showed what analysis where by changing how the oxidation resistance has improved and the oil life has improved.
Yeah.
So when you did this analysis, did you check like what is the improvement in oil filter? And do you have any data like how much life of oil filter has increased?
Good question there. So we don't have that particular analysis on how good is the oil filter. The only sign off we have is from the fleet owner that the oil filter looks good. We have photographs and just a sign off from the fleet owner or the partner we have that it looks good. So we haven't touched base with any filter company to see whether the efficiency is as good as it is.
Yeah, but I believe to be honest, like there should be some substantial increase in oil filter life also because of this.
Yes, so we have actually, so fundamentally what we do is if an oil is changed at 20,000 kilometers and we want to actually move it to 40, we actually recommend the changing of filter also at 40,000 kilometers. So it is how we work with that particular customer, but then it is up to him how he wants to actually recommend. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, so we are not an engine oil business, sir. So we are technology solution providers to oil companies and we work directly with OEMs as well, but we do not make engine oils straight away. So we are a package supplier. Thank you all.